Hey everyone. Back at Saudi. Practice 2. Evening session. Let's see what it has in store for us. Hey, Alfie, welcome, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Mate, these sessions haven't mucked about, have they? They've started, like, on the dot. Let's get this back up again. So, this is... Where's my headphones gone? This is the session, guys, where we will see true reflections of kind of what to expect in qualifying, in the race on Sunday. So I'm just a bit gutted. This is, come on, surely we can get it to a position where it's like a nice size. Stay there, stay. It just keeps going. Look, when I try and size it, right on. That's kind of the best we can get it at, to be honest. A little bit far away. Can cars be running wide loads now at a wider track? Only certain corners. Only certain corners. So the last corner is a lot more wider now. But I mean, still through this section here. So you got turn 1. And then through the first sector, there's walls everywhere, which is where we've seen crashes before and red flags. So let me have a look here. Scraped the wall, was peeled P1 and got a meatball. What? Virginia? Where did you scrape a wall with Virginia, Connor? Did you lose it on off track? This is really annoying me. Like, go in as much as you can. There we go. And then zoom out. Everything's just in the way. That's the problem. I can make myself a bit smaller, but then it still cuts itself off. Give me a second. Let me see if I do this. Does that help? Not really. It's just a long track. Yeah, on the exit of where the tree... Oh, there. There. Car felt fine. Strange, isn't it? Right. Let's move this up a bit. Oh dear, hang on. Just listening to Lewis Hamilton. So he's saying, so it's not good for us Mercedes fans. So he was asked a question in the press conference. Obviously, there's been talk about a plan B for Mercedes, where they're going to put side pods on the car. And he basically just went, it will not make any difference whatsoever. It is a lot more, it's a lot more deeper of a problem than just sticking side pods on the car and it working. Not great, is it? So it was got worse lately, got it for no reason. I always feel like it's been quite bad in the W13, to be fair. sometimes like that. I feel like the collision. I feel like sometimes the collision aspect of W13, yeah, breaks tires, breaks suspension. When it probably wouldn't in real life. There we go. Right, so that's caught up. Is that going to zoom in a bit? All right. So I really want to get this at a right point where it's not. Why can't I just go like control zoom in and it does that? Like it won't do it. Sorry guys, it's as large as I can get. Not changed front wing yet either. I'm out the race or the car is fine. Yeah, I've had damage on the front wing a couple of times, but yeah, it's normally very rarely do I ever get just like front wing damage. Right, guys, so this is going to be an interesting session. This is going to be interesting. This is where we're going to see relative pace. Not sure why it's not showing. There we go. Best laps. Showing the laps now. There we go. Showing the laps. So Verstappen straight in with a 30.8. Picking up where he left off of practice 1. Most people on the medium on a hard tyre are going to be saving the softs now, I assume. She definitely wants some good softs to use in obviously the race. Stroll up there with a 30.9. I never thought I'd be hearing myself say this. Come on, Lance Stroll. Come on, Alonso. Take it to the Red Bulls. Sky Sports already talking about, whoa, does Lewis Hamilton move to a different team? Proper asking the questions to Toto Wolff. Is Lewis going to stay? Is he not? So everyone is out on track at the moment. Perez is the only one Perez and Tsunoda are the only ones who haven't set a time because they're on their outlaps. But traffic is, look at that build up at the back to 27 corners on this track. Wow. Sky Sports talking nonsense. Yeah, well, they're just going for the clicks, aren't they? They're going for the clicks and they're trying to create the rumours, and it's a bit, yeah, clickbaity and stuff, isn't it? But I was listening, guys, or listening, I was reading on Twitter, obviously our data analysis, F1 data analysis Twitter page, which I'm always championing. Where is he? Where is he? He had some very interesting bits of information. I can't see him now. F1 data analysis. Right, so he was saying come on, where is it? Surprise, surprise. The Mercedes was the quickest in the corners. The car is producing significant downforce despite running a relatively low drag rear wing. The Red Bull was actually slowest amongst the top 3 in these sections, which is Verstappen, Alonso and Russell. Was Verstappen being conservative? Most likely. Who was the fastest where? Well, in a straight line, Red Bull, and then it was Mercedes, and then it was Aston. However, the Aston was over to 0.45 seconds quicker than the Mercedes thanks to their better low-speed grip. Despite being 1.1 seconds slower than the best, the Mercedes was quickest over 1/5 of the lap. So the Mercedes isn't a slouch here. It isn't a slouch. But Red Bull was clearly superior to the other 2 cars, especially the Mercedes. How can we say so? Look at the gap. That of the Mercedes trends upwards continuously. There is not a part of the track where they're clearly better. Aston is losing everything almost into turn 1. which is obviously the slowest speed corner on the track. So interesting analysis there. So W14 isn't too bad. He also did tweet something about the W14. A weakness, here we go. A weakness of the W14 in FP1 was the braking. The Red Bull is the best car at first braking point, and Aston the best at around, and Aston next best. But the Aston though was very draggy. So interesting seeing all the differences there. Very interesting to see. Wow. Verstappen's car all the way down the back straight, or say back straight, like corner, all the way through here. Has a yellow flag? Someone go off? It's just like sparking all the way. They're running that car so low. Merc seems to have the aero map too spiky. Good downforce, really high up. But yeah, Red Bull definitely running the car really low. Verstappen already into 130.0 on a medium tyre. He's not holding back, is he, this time around? Jesus. Albon up there in the 30s. Go on, Albon. Only just behind the Ocon in the Alpine. I tell you what, the Williams, I think, is going to be the real surprise of this year. Everyone was shitting on them, excuse my language, at the testing. And was going, yeah, Williams, all the predictions, Williams is the worst car, it's the worst car, it's the worst car. They had a great performance in Bahrain. And look at Alex Albon there. Now, I know it's only practice, but he's in the 30s. That's not too bad. Lapping around the same as Ocon and Gasly in the Alpines, who everyone predicted would be like the best of the rest. Wonder if Max could get us that RB19 in iRacing. Yeah, let's do a swap. Wonder if they would. I wonder if anyone can, it'd be Max, wouldn't it? With like his love of iRacing. Oh, we got Lewis Hamilton. We've got a view of Lewis Hamilton in his cockpit. Mate, they go so quick, don't they? So quick, especially when you see it from a cockpit view. It looks smooth, though. Mercedes does look smooth. He says, as it goes down the main straight and it goes boing, boing, boing. Bouncy, bouncy, Jonathan. Yeah. Strat 2. Was that quali mode, was it? Strat 2. Where is he? He's, let's have a look. Jump on board. See if he's going quicker at any point. It doesn't really do it on practice. The comparison doesn't work. But all the slowest cars, no shock there really, are in the hards. Is Hamilton coming into the pits here, or is he going to come across the line? Surely coming across the line. No, he's in the pits. But Martin Brundle's saying that everyone is pretty much struggling into turn 1 and turn 2. That's where they're all struggling at the moment. Slowest corner on the circuit. Max already into the 129s, just casually getting quicker and quicker on 7-lap-old mediums. Oh. Ominous, guys. Ominous. That is the word of this season. Oh my god, lots of trap. Who was that? Was that Charles Leclerc? Yeah. So, I think the question really is going to be, how fast is Max? Very fast. how fast is Perez? Like, how much quicker are the Red Bulls going to be around here compared to the next car? And are Ferrari going to show their hands in this practice session? Good thing about the Merc Dash, you can see they were running 2/3 fuel. Oh, could you? I must admit, I didn't pay too much attention to the dash. I mean, you would assume so if they're on the medium tyre. They want to do some race runs. They don't probably want. We'll see quali runs at the end, I think. We won't see that now because Saudi Arabia is quite a green circuit. What I mean by that is that it doesn't have a lot of racing throughout the year, so it doesn't have like rubber laid down on it throughout the year. So the track only gets quicker and quicker and quicker throughout the weekend. So the quali runs they want to do at the end of the practice session when the track is at its quickest. Green banner was like 68% full. Okay. I didn't realise that we don't have that in the W13, do we? Like fuel wise. Do we? It is on the. Is it? I never even realised that. I'm gonna have to look out for that afterwards. This year's Red Bull car looks like another Merc 2014 Ferrari 2014. Yeah, I think so, Campbell. I think so. I think they've got. I think they will come back. I think that gap will close as the season progresses. Well, more so in the second half of the season, with the penalty of the aero, or the aero penalty from the cost cap, as we discussed in the stream earlier. But they're just going to be so far ahead that, and they're so far ahead already, I don't see the teams catching up that quickly in a season. The teams are so far behind, aren't they? That's the problem. So here we go. We've got some quali runs now, I assume, on the soft tyres, or some short fuel runs, low fuel runs. Let's see. Let's see what we're going to do. Alonso getting out there early. Plus Red Bull, yeah, well, exactly, yeah. They're a great team. The thing is with Red Bull, name me, apart from Mexico, apart from COTA, Circuit of the Americas last year, where they had a slow pit stop with Max Verstappen. They had a wheel nut issue, didn't they? Apart from that, name me one pit stop throughout the whole season that they botched. They didn't, did they? They didn't have one. Well, I don't think so. They didn't have one pit stop other than that one. And Max still won the race anyway. Apart from that, they didn't have one botched pit stop all year. Whereas Ferrari, obviously we know strategy-wise they had their issues, but even like their pit stops, they had issues with not having tyres ready and just like putting tyres on, etc. So did Mercedes, and every other team did. Red Bull didn't. They were flawless, pretty much. Because Circuit of the Americas, the title was wrapped up anyway. That was where he won it officially, but it was already wrapped up. So yeah, crazy. So when you've got that behind you, like the other teams are like, well, where are we gonna win? Unless they crash into him at the start of the race. Right, so here's Alonso. Let's see what Alonso can do. Unfortunately, fucking thing. Sorry. It's not like in the race where you can actually do a direct comparison. But let's keep an eye on Alonso's time and see if this is going to be quicker than Max's 1:29.9. Is he on a low fuel run now? Might not be a quali run, but definitely be a low fuel run if he's on the softs, I assume. He might get Leclerc in his way. I don't think he's going to... well, maybe Leclerc will get out of his way. He's on his outlap. Perez now out as well on the soft tyres. Intriguing to see what the Ferraris can do on the softs. Are they going to show some actual pace? Leclerc needs to show it because he's got a lot of positions to make up. If he qualifies on pole, The best he's going to be able to start after his 10-second grid penalty. 10 second? 10 place grid penalty, sorry. Is going to be 11th, so. Okay, some interesting information actually came out in between the sessions. Here we go. Alonso across the line. What's he able to do? 1:29.985 on the medium soft tyre. How relative is that? Who knows? Who knows? Was he held up by Leclerc? Possibly. I'm just watching the TV coverage now, see if he was. But that's still not quicker than Max's lap time on the mediums. Going 200 miles an hour down the back. Oh, no, he ran wide. So Alonso, yeah. So he pulled out of it. He ran wide through here. I think it was that one. Yeah, he ran wide through here, so he kind of cut it, lifted off the throttle. That's why his time wasn't great. He would have been a lot quicker than that, thankfully. Oh, looking up apparently in iRacing, the green bar references how many grams of excess fuel we have, so slightly different to how it's used in real life. Oh, okay. I've never noticed that before. Congrats on the 10K. Thank you, Tam. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, and thank you to everyone who's back here and subscribed from the last stream. Yeah, over 10,000 subs now is amazing. It's great to see that little 10K next to my name. Kitchen reveal when. No more kitchen. You don't get to see the kitchen anymore. Do I race in the warm-up page or race dash? I raced in the warm-up page. I used to race in the race dash, but then obviously the tyres, because of how knowing when to push and when not to, etc. Managing tyres. Evening, Javier. How's it going, buddy? Thank you, mate. Thank you. Why do I race dash? There's no tyres info. Yeah, it is a bit strange, isn't it? Look at the backup there. Look at the backup as they come around the last corner. It's a bit dangerous. Oh, there's a bit of traffic kerfuffle happening here. Oh, is that going slowly at the back? I mean, look at Gasly. Gasly's on like a fast lap, or wasn't a fast lap, and he's come around to a load of traffic in the last corner. It just ruins people's... Oh my God, and Joe as well. Jesus, they're almost at a standstill in the last corner. How dangerous is that? That is poor. Do you, Tam? Fair enough. I'll take a picture and post it on Discord. Just watching TV coverage. They're not showing it. They're showing signs doing his lap. But that was quite poorly. No, Luna. Not time to play. Am I doing a tour later? I am indeed, Dano. I am indeed. Yellow flag. We have a yellow flag. Where is this? Has someone gone off? Someone going slow? Can't see it on track. Has someone been hit? Why is there a yellow flag? Someone run wide? And it's gone. Someone must have run wide. Perez at top now of the timing cheats with a 29.9. Not as quick as they probably can go, though, because of the traffic. I'm just trying to watch TV coverage and nothing yet. Hopefully it's a two-stopper tomorrow, as they're saying. Should have put the old rig in the kitchen. There's not enough room. My kitchen that I was in previously was like a converted dining room kitchen. So it was like open plan. So there was a bit more room downstairs. This, obviously, I'm in a flat, so the kitchen's a lot smaller. Yellow flag in Sector 2. So there was... They did show a yellow flag in Sector 2. Don't know. They just waved it for no reason, it seems. So I think everyone's out trying to do some quick... Oh, here we go. Fernando Alonso. Oh! My God, Fernando Alonso nearly went into the back of Carlos Sainz. Sheesh. Wasn't the doors an oak colour and then they were white? Yes, they were, yeah. My mum got the paint out. She got fed up of the wood finish. Mclaren Ferrari must be running quite a lot more fuel. Yeah, most likely. The thing is, traffic. I'm watching it on TV, and every single lap that these guys have just tried to set, they've been caught up in traffic. Like, you can't get a clean lap in. So no one is, unless like a lot of them, half the field pit. No, which I think is what Alonso's done. Alonso's come in and just gone, nah, fuck that. Like, there's too much traffic. I'm not going to get a better lap time than that with the traffic out there. We might as well probably fill the car up and do some different runs. This track is so scuffed, too dangerous. It really is. Well, I heard, wasn't this track only supposed to be temporary? This is only supposed to be a temporary solution for like 3 years. And then they're currently building a track which is more inland that will be the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. I've also heard as well, and I don't think this is really going to surprise anyone, I've also heard, not been confirmed, kind of from people I know who are in the know, that Saudi Arabia will be the first race of next year and moving forward. Does that surprise anyone? With like how much money they've got? Like, I think Bahrain could go, okay, yeah, we'll double that. And then Saudi Arabia would go, well, we'll triple that, of which they've doubled. So, wouldn't surprise me if that's what we get. But Alonso's back out. Let's see if he's out on a set of softs or is he out on a set of mediums, something different. No, he is out on another set of softs. Okay. Lovely and environmentally friendly. Yeah. Could be worse. It could be Virginia. Why do you think I bought VR, Tam? So that I could shut out the family around me. Bit of escapism. Right, so I don't know if everyone is... Let's see if Piastri's coming across the line. Probably got held up by Russell there. Let's see if he sets a faster lap time. Down in 18th at the moment. He does, a 30.9. So if you look at that, there's a second... I mean, traffic is, of course, coming into play. But at the moment, there's only a second separating the top 16. It's not often you see that. But... as we know, Verstappen can quite comfortably go quicker than a 29.9 on soft tyres. I mean, he set that time on the mediums, I think, didn't he? So here he comes round the last corner. Has he got held up by Magnussen? Maybe. Expect this to be a quicker lap time. I think he's had a relatively free lap. Here we go. 29.6. Yeah. Probably got held up a little bit by Magnussen there in the last corner. But we know there's still plenty in the bag for him. No, they didn't have it. Tam, no. That's interesting about the first race. I wonder if their purpose-built track will have barriers too. They love being the fastest street circuit. Yeah. Yeah, it's not confirmed yet, but that's the rumours that I've heard. And, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, they're trying to get into every avenue of sport, aren't they? Trying to change their perception of their country via sport, I think. I think that's kind of the route they're taking. He looks all right, to be fair, Max. Looks like he was pushing a bit, so I don't think I think he was far enough back to keep back from Magnussen. Oh, he was yellow. He was yellow. He wasn't quick in that last sector, so. All right, anyone else sitting times? Sainz down to a 30.5. Gasly with a 30.1, nearly in the 29s. That's a good time from Gasly, to be fair. That shows promise for him. And on 5-volt lap soft tyres as well, so it's not like they're as quick as they could be. Magnussen's coming into the pits. Verstappen as well into the pits. How about Piastri again coming across the line? No, 2 minutes. Got 2 minutes 21, so he got held up somewhere. Where's Norris at the moment in the McLaren? 30.7. Alonso, here he is across the line. A 29.8. How about Lance Stroll? Seems to have a pretty clear lap as well. 30.1. So the Astons are showing. The Astons look like they're the quicker out of Ferrari and Mercedes at the moment, for sure. That's definitely what it seems like. So just watching Lance Stroll. Mate, going through that turn 22, going through this kink here, 22 to 24, is obscene, the change of direction. So quick. Aston Martin looks good though. It does look good. Looks pretty solid. iRace Astronomy, after my last race, it left me on 2099 IR. Also, Stroll pace gap is exactly the same as in F1 Manager. Maybe they knew something. Right, where's George Russell? What did George Russell just set? 30.0. Will Russell do a second flying lap? Maybe not. Probably hasn't got enough in the battery. This will be like another out lap in essence. Charge up the battery. Did Lewis's woman assistant person quit? Yeah, she's decided to call it a day. Angela Cullen, I think her name is. Yeah, she. I mean, you think she pretty much followed Lewis around the world, even like went on holiday with him, and she's. I mean, she's a lot older than Lewis as well. I think she's got a family, and just. I mean, that's a lot of traveling. That's probably just wants to slow down. Have a bit of me time and a bit of family time, to be honest. F1 is like that. Like, if you work in F1, it's... I mean... Good luck having a relationship if you work in F1, really. Because the travelling was just so... Especially with how long the season is now as well. 23 races this year? I mean, it was supposed to be 24, wasn't it? I think because China's been cancelled, there's 23. So I mean, it's a lot of travelling throughout the year. Then you've got the practices as well. It's not just that. You have the practice sessions, like the testing sessions that like Pirelli do. And Gasly up to a 30.1, beating Stroll. I mean, tell you what, the Alpines don't look too bad. Don't look too bad. Right, is Lewis on a flying lap here? Got to be, isn't he? Let's see. He's got a clear track now. Perfect opportunity for him to set a decent lap time. Can he get into the 29s if this is indeed a flying lap, or if it was his warm-up lap, charging up battery? Let's see. No, he's coming to the pits instead. I mean, he's on 6-lap old softs, I guess. So Wow, George Russell getting a bit of a... George wasn't happy there with McLaren. Right, so Stroll is still out there. Tsunoda on a flying lap. I mean, everyone who's out there at the moment is on old tyres. Oh, George Russell said we need to make some big changes on the radio. Right, so Tsunoda, is he on? He's on 7-lap old tyres, so I don't expect to see him improve here. Probably even coming into the pits, yeah. And Gasly as well. So track's quite quiet at the moment. Stroll is on... Where is he on? He's on 6-lap old tyres. So these guys are all probably coming into the pits now. Let's have a quick update of Twitter and see if there's any information that is coming out. So... strong showing from Alpine on soft tyres in FP2. Ocon 4th, 0.4 seconds to drift of Verstappen, and Gasly 6th. Yeah, I spotted that. Ocon now up into 4th. Gasly in 6th. That's not too bad. I reckon they can get down into 29s. Are they even quicker than the Mercedes? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? That'd be another spanner in the works. Hamilton not being really able to set a clean lap. Neither were the Ferraris, it seems. They all got caught up. Let's see what else is occurring. Space is at a premium, someone else said. Yeah, agree entirely. So let's have a quick rundown there. A very busy track it was, wasn't it? The Sergeant's coming out now. Wait, looks like he was coming out. He's just stopped. Oh, there we go. Black and white flag for Debris, so his time isn't going to count. But Verstappen up top with Alonso 2nd, Perez 3rd, Ocon 4th, Russell 5th, Gasly 6th. I mean, that's a bit of a jumbled up top 10, isn't it, really? Hulkenberg sneaked up there as well, again. Ferrari haven't... I'm not quite sure of Ferrari's pace around here. They haven't been able to get like a decent lap time in. FP1, they didn't really... They did long runs. They didn't do any quick laps or low fuel runs. And then... Yeah, obviously they got held up by traffic quite a bit during those low fuel runs just then. So that's pretty much the low fuel runs we just saw. No one really able... I don't think we saw anyone's true pace there, other than maybe like the Alpines. I think Alonso can still go quicker. Verstappen, Perez, like those top bad boys can still go quicker. Oh, how are the 2023 channel plans going so far? Your content is better and better these days. Oh, thank you, buddy. Yeah, going well. Going well. Yeah, I'm trying to stream, obviously, every Tuesday. I'm trying to get a bit more streaming in, as I said, so that I can interact with you guys. That forms a little bit of different content for me. I've got the Mercedes factory tour, which is next month. And that'll be some content. Yeah, it's going all right. It's going all right. As I said, I've been trying to focus on some other forms of content outside of just doing the racing. Some opinion-related content, obviously the F1 watch-alongs. So, yeah, it seems to be going well. Yeah, and we just hit 10k today. So, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Obviously, we continue that growth. That's all I can ask for. And obviously, you guys supporting me. You still keep turning up, so I really appreciate it. And, yeah, as long as I see that while working full-time, who knows what can happen one day. So, thanks, Matthias. Good to see you, buddy. So we got the sponsor from Next Level Racing. We've got the new rig. hopefully upgrade the rig a little bit further later on in the year. I think truly the next step for me, upgrade wise, out of my own pocket at least, will be an ultra wide monitor. I kind of do want to step away from VR just a little bit. As much as I love VR, it is becoming a little bit inconvenient, and I feel like I actually would do more racing having an ultra wide monitor. Triples, just unfortunately, I don't have the footprint for it. And from a productivity standpoint, an ultra wide would suit me better for like editing and things like that. So, but that'll be at some point, probably in the year, later on in the year. So, but yeah, enjoying it. Hope you guys are too. So, anyone else out on softs? Okay, so Verstappen is out on softs. He wasn't happy with the run that he got. I mean, he's definitely going to catch traffic now. Look at that, Jesus. Russell is out on softs as well. He might actually get a clean lap. What Norris is... Where's Hamilton? He's still in the pits. Piastri right down at the bottom. So Hamilton is there. What's he coming out on? He's coming out on a set of softs as well. So Leclerc is out on the medium. Sainz is out on the softs. So maybe not wanting to do those low fuel runs. Intriguing, intriguing. So Max did a 35.4 that time around, so he's not did a slow set 2 out laps. He's done 2 out laps, it seems. They have seems to be struggling a lot in the high speed parts, are they? Where's Zhou? 16th place, isn't he, at the moment? So not great from them. And Bottas has already gone straight onto the hards. Those guys are probably thinking about the race already, to be honest, rather than qualifying. Oh, Russell's come back into the pits already. He only did one. He only just did his outlap and then came back into the pits. That's Oh my god. Oh my god, Charles Leclerc, man. So, Charles Leclerc came out of the pit lane, like, chugging. Like, as he come out of the pit lane, was like, let me know if I can touch the power. He's okay now, but you're just thinking, oh my god, man. Oh, hey Alan, welcome, buddy. This is F1 Live. This is F1 Live. So it is a subscription service, but if you pay, I think it's 20 English pounds for the year. I think it was. Totally worth it in my opinion. That also gains you access to F1 TV as well. Depending on where you are in the world, that gets you access to a number of. That gets you access to loads of like live feeds, camera angles. We don't get access to that in the UK because of Sky Sports. I'm pretty sure that's the case, as Bringers Bob has just said. So in the UK, so you'd have to use a VPN to get access to F1 TV, which is like seeing all the onboards and stuff. But this is, yeah, it's the same principle though here. Of course, I'm not able to show those live feeds because of copyright reasons. So we're just showing, obviously, the track maps and the live data. And then, of course, I've got Sky Sports myself, which is on my phone. And I'll relay as much information as I can. Max Verstappen, what a show. How are you messaging? You're cruising that much that you're messaging me from the cockpit of your car around Saudi Arabia. Just taking the mick now. Just taking the absolute mick. That's how comfortable and far ahead Red Bull are, guys. Max is messaging this chat from his car right now. Oh, right. So let's have a little rundown at the moment. What's everyone doing? So Max is clearly doing some high fuel runs. He hasn't got below a 35 on soft tyres. Alonso is clearly doing the same, but on medium tyres. Maybe not on as much fuel as Verstappen, because I don't see that Aston Martin running the same lap times as the softs. Perez also on mediums, running in 35s. Ocon as well. So everyone's pretty much on high fuel runs now, because you can see they're all doing 35s or just creeping into the 34s, as Stroll did there on the softs. So Hamilton a 35A. Is he caught up in traffic at the moment? Where's Russell? Russell doing a 35.4 on mediums. Might be used softs as well. So there's also that to take into account. But yeah, I mean, with the amount of traffic there is on this track, it's just so difficult to get a single fast lap. I'm coming for you, Max. It's using that old T9 timing style too. Yeah. Installed a rig in his F1 car, yeah. Proper multitasker. But interesting for a lot of people. I mean, so Leclerc, they're doing around the 35s. Same as Max on softs. But, Oh dear. Lewis Hamilton has been required to report to the stewards in relation to wearing of jewellery again. Just let the guy wear his fucking ear piercing, alright? And his nose piercing. I keep bringing it up every weekend. Like, just stop it.
To win another championship, he needs to make sure that he has the car. And if we cannot demonstrate that we're able to give him a car in the next couple of years, then he needs to look everywhere. I don't think he...
Oh, wow. Toto Wolff actually saying... I don't know if you guys just heard that. Total Wolf actually saying that if they can't provide Lewis Hamilton a car in the next couple of years, like a winning car, then he has to look elsewhere. Oh, what's he saying? Oh wow, Max reporting. Oh, Max saying that these downshifts are super long. Don't give us hope, Max. You did this last race. Don't give us hope. Stuff the jewelry. That's Max. He reported me. It's that. He's got Prince Albert, in he. If you don't know what that is, guys, I suggest you go and Google it. Actually, no, don't go and Google it. You can't. It'll come up with a lot of dodgy pictures. Don't Google it. Hang on. Interesting. Talking about maybe can they run the soft tyre in the first stint? That's what these guys are trying to find out now, is if the soft tyre will be able to be run in the first stint. Yes, I did Google that as a kid in IT class some years ago now. God, Jesus, how many years ago was it I was in school? 16 years ago now. Jesus, that is a long time. That's made me feel old. Yeah, 16 years ago, I was. Everyone did that in class, but so Sargent and Piastri are the only ones on the hard tyres at the moment. Bottas didn't run very long on the hards, did he? And he's back out on the softs. Interesting. Has anything happened? Nice practice. No, not again. Not in this session. Thoughts on what the constructors will be like according to the first stuff we saw this season. Red Bull, Aston, Mercedes, Ferrari. Oh, Ferrari you think will be P4, eh? Alpine P5, Alfa Romeo P6. Wow. McLaren P8, AlphaTauri P9, Haas P10. I'm good, thank you, mate. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Are the fast laps here in FP2 indicative of race pace or quali pace? The race pace, I would say so. Quali, no, because of the traffic. So the fastest lap times that we've seen from each team. So like Lewis is in 11th position at the moment, and so is Leclerc and Sainz in 9th and 10th. Like they are quicker than the Alpines. It's just that they haven't. Every lap they did, or every fast lap they tried to set, they were just caught in traffic. So, yeah. Qualifying, no. Race pace, yes. And the fact that Max is just consistently doing 25s on a set of soft tyres is good for him. Alonso doing 35 4s. So what they'll be doing now is they'll be doing their race strategy. They'll be trying to figure out, okay, what's the best tyre for them to use in the first stint? Because if the soft tyre lasts long enough during the first stint, or if it lasts long enough for what the teams want, depending on their plans, then every team will want to start on that soft tyre because they get extra grip off the start line compared to the medium tyre. So that's kind of what they're working out now, really. And they're all kind of able to sit there and use other cars' data or look at the times. They can roughly tell. They can probably take a rough guess at what other teams' fuel load is as well and see whether it's beneficial. Can you please explain to us on what's going on with Ferrari? So, Ferrari down in 9th and 10th isn't indicative of their full pace, Chake. As I just said, as per Lewis Hamilton, when they try to set their fastest laps on their quali runs, or their low fuel runs anyway, they got caught in traffic every single time. So they can get into the 29s. I still expect Leclerc and Sainz to be close to the Red Bulls tomorrow in regards to qualifying. They were close at Bahrain. Leclerc probably could have got pole from Max in Bahrain. The race is a different story entirely because they just haven't, once again, same as last year, they haven't got, they just eat through their tyres, especially when compared to Red Bull. So at the moment, they're just running, everyone out there is just doing race runs at the moment, or high fuel runs. We've only got a few minutes left of this session, and they're just gathering data to decide on what their strategy is going to be tomorrow. How much time we're going FP2? Just at the bottom here, you can see 3 minutes left. Do a barrel. Nah, I don't trust you. Could I maybe play Ultimate Ballista 2? I can do. I mean, this is another reason, Luca, why I want to get a monitor, an ultra-wide monitor, to play other sims and diversify my content, because it does have good VR support, but I can't stream it. When I play Ultimate Ballista 2, I have to make some sacrifices in performance to record the image. So yeah, unfortunately, I have to like drop it down to like 30 frames per second and turn some settings down, which would be just too much of a faff if I was streaming. So that's why I said I want to eventually get an ultra wide monitor, so that I can jump into ACC and Ultimate Ballista 2 and just diversify my content a bit and get away from just playing iRacing. As much as I love iRacing, like even dabble at maybe some the F1 games. So go on, Shake, throw it my way, buddy. I am all ears. If you want to ask me anything, I'll try and answer to the best of my knowledge. Let's see if there's any updates on Twitter at the moment. Wow, Toto Wolff once again coming out and saying that he's taking a look at the W14, which he said during the news conference earlier today. We really tried to make it work. We were proven wrong. Jesus, they are coming out all guns blazing, aren't they, in regards to saying they've got it wrong. They're not hiding anything, are they? Right, let's have a look at Twitter, see what is occurring. Nobody has won the race after leading FP1 at the last 14 Grand Prix. So Verstappen DNF already confirmed. I love those sort of stats. Don't forget, guys, there's still the Bahrain curse. The last 7 years, whoever has won the first race, which has been at Bahrain, has finished second in the championship. If you want a bit of hope that this championship is not going to go the way that we think it's going to go, then there you go. That's your evidence right there. Nice to see Fernando become the Lord of Darkness and start winning races. I think he'll win one this year. I think he genuinely will. The Aston Martin's got pace. And the session is finished, guys. There we go. Another question. Do I think F1 should have pre-season racing before the season starts? It's all teams can find their car issues. Well, yeah, so we discussed this when we was doing I think we did it last time around. We discussed, I think 3 days of pre-season testing is not enough, personally. I see why they've done it, because it's the less time the teams have to dial in the cars and to fix issues, it makes the racing more unpredictable. But saying that, we used to have, I think these drivers, they should have more time in the cars. And there used to be it was only until what, last year, I think it was, or the year, I think it was only until the year before that we used to have 2 pre-season testing sessions. There was one at Bahrain and there was one at Barcelona, 3 days each over 2 weeks. And then before that, I think there was even 3. So I think there definitely should be more, at least another 3 days at a different track. Maybe at Barcelona first and then go to Bahrain. So that these guys can iron out some kinks and some issues. And I think ultimately we want stuff to be sorted out on track. I don't want F1 to be, I know it's part of the game. I don't want F1 to be solely decided on reliability. I want it to be decided by the racing and the strategy, like who's got the best car. Not necessarily, oh, let's hope the leader's engine blows up. Because it's a bit, I get it's part of the sport. It's not how I personally would like to see it. So yeah, I think there should be more. But pre-season testing, though, is not for us fans. It really isn't for us fans. Like, people who are saying pre-season testing wasn't entertaining. Well, it's not there to be entertaining. It's there. It's like when footballers do pre-season testing, pre-season matches and the pre-season tour. It's not there to be entertaining. It's there for them to gain their fitness and for the managers to try some different formations and to test stuff out, not to win every match and to make games entertaining. That's not what it's there for. So Checo, yeah, up in P3. Connor, if that Aston gets stuck behind a car, it's going to struggle down the straights. No worries, Shake, and thank you, buddy. Yeah, much appreciated. And anyone else who has subbed, if you're new here and haven't subbed, please do. I will be back. Unfortunately, I'm not here tomorrow. I've got other plans, so I will be missing practice 3 and the qualifying, which is a shame, but yeah, got other things to do. But I will be here for the race on Sunday. That is for sure. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. Helps push the stream, helps push the channel forward. And yeah, looking forward to what I think is going to be an intriguing race on Sunday. As we know, look, let's be honest, we're all sitting here and thinking the same thing. Red Bull are going to put it 1-2 on the grid and they're going to run away with it. But saying that, behind them is very interesting. And this track throws up safety cars. It throws up red flags. That will pull Red Bull at least back into the clutches of the pack. And as I said earlier, these guys, if they know that, look, Red Bull are that much quicker than them over a race distance at the moment, they've got the outright pace, then you might see some of these drivers like Alonso, like Hamilton, etc., try something at the start, be a little bit more aggressive and try things that they normally wouldn't do, because they know that that's their only opportunity to get in front of them or for something to happen against the Red Bulls. So, hey Zach, how's it going, buddy? I'm very well, thank you, mate. Hope you're good. Hope everyone else is doing well. But yeah, that is the end of practice 2. So Verstappen at the top, as to be expected, with Alonso second, Perez third, Ocon fourth. The Alpine's doing much better this session, managing to get some quick laps in, beating pretty much everyone they're kind of competing with. Maybe they'll throw up a shocker tomorrow. Tomorrow and Sunday. George Russell with 5th, Gasly 6th, Stroll 7th, Hulkenberg sneaking in there in 8th position. Leclerc 9th and Sainz 10th with Hamilton 11th. That's not indicative of their pace. As we said, they got caught up in traffic. So if they had free air, they probably would have got into 29s, I expect. Norris in 12th. I'm worried about the McLarens, guys, this weekend. I'm worried about them, you know. They just got a feeling it's going to be a poor race for them. Piastri hasn't really shown anything through practice. I'm not sure Norris has got pace in that McLaren either. We'll see. Tsunoda 13th, Albon 14th, Magnussen 15th, Zhou 16th. The Alphas seem to be struggling here this week. De Vries in 17th, Sargent 18th, Piastri 19th, and Bottas 20th. So those lap times aren't. I would say none of those lap times, apart from maybe like the top 3, I would say none of those lap times are really indicative, because they was all set on low fuel runs, and everyone got caught up in traffic. Only a couple of cars got free air. Maybe the Alpines is true relative pace. But other than that, maybe Hulkenberg is. Other than that, I don't think anyone else is. I think they all got held up in traffic. And then the rest of it was long runs, high fuel runs, trying to prep for the strategy. So, I'll be keeping a close eye on qualifying tomorrow, guys. As I said, unfortunately, not going to be around for it, but definitely will be here on Sunday for the race. But let's have a look at Twitter and see if there's any information that has come out that we've missed or during this session. So just have a quick look. I do follow a lot of the F1 journalists who are in the paddock and that. Leclerc. So Leclerc, is everything okay engine-wise? Ferrari will come back to you. Now, this is Chris Medlin, who is a great F1 journalist. He's been in the paddock for years. He said, told there's nothing Ferrari can see on the data, and if he can be more specific. Leclerc replies, I think it was a big surge. Honestly, man, is Ferrari's engine going to go pop again this weekend? I mean, they're not going to have enough parts back at the factory, are they? To put in the car, let alone... Hey Raj, how's it going, buddy? Welcome, mate. Let's have a look. Anything else? Lewis apparently said, I don't feel safe driving to Bono before going back to the pits to make some changes. Man, no, they do not have confidence in that Mercedes whatsoever, do they? All right, anything else occurring? Oscar Piastri and Russell had a bit of a tangle, didn't they? Oh, apparently Toto Wolff has confirmed that it was Lewis Hamilton's decision to split from Angela Cullen. We have seen for some time now that Lewis was looking for a change. Maybe it was just like, look, go and live your life. Like, you've been with me for long enough, so. Fair enough. Fair enough, guys. Well, that is it. That is practice 2 over. Yeah, not really much to talk about again once there. I mean, as you can see, pretty similar results to practice 1. Ferrari's not really able to get some decent time in. I think the McLarens are going to struggle this weekend. Alpines look like they'd probably be best of the rest. Maybe they can throw a surprise in this weekend. That's if Ocon avoids all the penalties. Yeah, but that's pretty much it, guys. Verstappen first, Alonso second, Perez third. And I will see you guys in less than an hour's time, because I'm going to go have a little break because I'm going to do my own 100% F1 race on iRacing at Virginia Raceway. So do my own kind of series / league racing on there. So be sure to come and join me there to see how I am at being an F1 driver. But yeah, have a lovely rest of your evening, guys. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for getting me over to 10k subscribers earlier on. And I'll be keeping an eye out on the qualifying tomorrow. And then we will be here half an hour to 45 minutes before the race starts on Sunday. That is for sure. Really looking forward to it. So have a lovely rest of your evening. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.